before diving. Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Man, that song always puts me in a better mood. Good morning, everyone. We made it to 2021. Look at us. Look at us. Yeah. Yeah, I talked a little bit yesterday about how, that last year could just go ahead and piss off, right? But really what it comes down to is time, man. It's just every day is just another day for us to be sober, another day for us to be helpful to other people, even when you don't really want to, right? We don't always feel that way. We don't always have a servant's heart, and that's okay too. You're not required to. It doesn't say you need to have a servant's heart 24 hours a day, but try. There's nothing wrong with trying. So, but let's go ahead and get to the reading. I am a miracle, and this I had originally made the topic there is a solution, because we're going to be reading out of There Is a Solution. But then I saw that I am a miracle, and then I thought, well, aren't we miracles, and aren't we the solution? Okay, so we at AA are the examples of the 12 steps to let people know that they're there and available. Good morning, Chris. Happy New Year. It's good to see you. And it's our job, and we're very, very good at it. The fact that we go from being in a place where we can barely even take care of ourselves and getting to a place where we can help others reconstruct their lives is probably the biggest miracle I've ever seen in this world. And I love being a part of it. The central fact of our lives today is the absolute certainty that our Creator has entered into our hearts and our lives in a way which is indeed miraculous. Do you believe that? It's hard for me to believe that sometimes. I'll let you guys know. Not today. I don't feel that way today. I don't feel that way right now. But do we believe that? Do we believe, sometimes I'm like, gosh, I guess I just don't deserve any of this. Then we have our pity parties, talk to our sponsor, get over it, get back to work, right? Our Creator has entered into our hearts and lives in a way which is indeed miraculous. He is commenced to accomplish those things for us which we could never do by ourselves. The first thing, obviously, getting rid of the drugs and alcohol, man. Getting rid of the drugs and alcohol is going to be the very first thing, right? From there, it's going to kind of depends on your life, man, and how you view things. But there are always more miracles coming. We just have to be open-minded in order to hear them, see them. The fact is that most alcoholics, for reasons yet obscure, have lost the choice in drink. You guys, this has been happening since 1935. Just the book and just this book and everything. Look at how many advances we've made in the last years, right? Happy New Year, Jill. It's good to see you, honey. Look how many advances we've made. But there's no cure for alcoholism. And I doubt there ever will be. I don't see how there can be. But I'm also not a doctor. Our so-called willpower becomes practically non-existent. We are unable at certain times to bring into our consciousness with sufficient force the memory and suffering and humiliation of even a week ago or a month ago. We are without defense against the first drink. That's to do with trauma, guys. That's a trauma trait. And that's one of those things that looks like trauma also. And you're going to have to wait 6 months to actually find out what's going on. Okay. But no, we do not have the choice or drink. I was talking with my sponsee, and I was letting them know what I do and do not have in my house. I do not have NyQuil in my house. I don't have any alcohol in my house. I just I just went upstairs because I went to go get some soda. I was feeling kind of dizzy. So I had to take my meds, and there was a wine bottle there, but it was non-alcoholic sparkling. And I thought to myself, thank you guys for being respectful to me. That's cool, man. I don't think they did that out of respect for me. I think they did that because they knew that drinking wasn't in the forte and it just wasn't a part of what goes on here. But that's still a level of respect, and I can appreciate that. Maybe something I did help that situation along, but I certainly don't want my niece here and us taking care of her and something happening to her, while it's on my watch. In fact, her boyfriend's I think he's kind of scared of me. The almost certain consequence that follows taking even a glass of beer, do not crowd into our mind to deter us. If these thoughts occur, they are hazy and readily supplanted with the old threadbare idea that this time we shall handle ourselves differently. There is complete failure of the kind of defense that keeps one from putting his hand on a hot stove. The alcoholic may say to himself in the most casual way, it won't burn me this time, so here's how. Or perhaps he doesn't even think of all. How often have we begun to drink in this nonchalant? Man, I did so much nonchalant drinking, especially when it came to family. Around friends, no, I didn't do nonchalant drinking. And I didn't have any friends. I didn't have bar buddies and shit. Only to have that thought supplanted by, well, I'll stop with the 6, or what's the use anyhow? When this sort of thinking is fully established in the individual with alcoholic tendencies, he has placed himself beyond human aid. And unless locked up, may die or go permanently insane. These stark and ugly facts have been confirmed by legions of alcoholics throughout history. But for the grace of God, there have been thousands more convincing demonstrations. So many want to stop but cannot. And this is where we come in. There is a solution. Almost none of us like the self-searching, the leveling of pride, the confession of shortcomings through the process it required for its successful consummation. God, Bill W., you and your big freaking words, I'm telling you. All right. So that means we're going to need to change. We have to change. Okay. Or we're just going to continue going down the same road that we are. Sober or not. We need somebody or something to intervene. But right here, the process it requires for its successful consummation. Okay, it is a process and we all go through it. So you are not alone. In fact, the very first word in all of our steps is we. But we saw that it really worked in others. And we had come to believe in the hopelessness and futility of life as we had it been living it. When therefore we were approached by those in the problem who had been solved, there was nothing left for us to pick up the simple kit of spiritual tools laid at our feet. We have found much of heaven, and we have been rocketed into a fourth dimension of existence of which we had not even dreamed. And I'm going to read a little bit more, but so I'm sorry, I mean to kick you, kitty. That's a stupid place to sit. Yesterday, I missed yesterday's meeting, but the one before that, they were talking about being humble and humility. And what popped into my mind was actually my first sponsor, Ray Hayworth. And I thought about it. He made me his sponsor, but there was just something about him that, I just wanted what he had. The man had lived on the streets for 30 years, spent another 20 on the years helping other alcoholics. He drove a piece of shit car. He had a piece of shit place. He could have, but his money went somewhere else. It went to the caring and taking care of the people. Okay. So what I wanted from him couldn't have been material, right? What I wanted from him was that hope that I saw, because I figured if that motherfucker could do it, so could I, man. Right? And yeah, I did have a relapse, but I can tell you now, a lot of what he did back then kept my ass sober again this time too. God damn it, you don't know shit from apple butter. Love that man. If you were seriously, the great fact is just this and nothing less, that we have had deep and effective spiritual experiences. We have revolutionized our whole attitude towards life. We have revolutionized it, the way our whole outlook. We don't even look at life differently now, and we're on page 25. Towards our fellow Gordon. The central fact of our lives today is the absolute certainty that a creator has entered into our hearts and lives in a way which is indeed miraculous. He commenced to accomplish those things for us, for which we could not do for ourselves. And I have written down there, happy, joyous, and free. This truly is a fact of my life today. This truly is a fact in my life today, and a real miracle. I always believed in God, but could never put that belief meaningfully into my life. Today, because of Alcoholics Anonymous, I now trust and rely on a God as I understand him. I am sober today because of that. Learning to trust and rely on God was something I could never have done alone. I now believe in miracles because I am one. And you need to get to that part in your sobriety. And you gotta believe. You gotta believe that you're a miracle, man. You gotta believe it. I have a hard time with that. So if you have a hard time with it, you ain't alone. Sometimes we just don't feel like we deserve things, right? But no, we are miracles. We are. And we need to not shy away from sharing those miracles with other people, or worry about stigma or the pushback or anything else. So, all right, guys. I will be back for tomorrow's daily reflection. Take care of yourself. Happy New Year. I love you guys, and have a day. Peace out, guys. Love you.